All right. So the next guy is in green. Adam Gase went 7-9 last year after the Jets got off to an atrocious start. Probably won a lot of games that they shouldn't have, and now he is 0-12. As I think this is the most for sure firing of the offseason. I think he's gone.
I think he's
I
safe.
don't know how he's not gone now.
You think he's safe?
You think he's safe?
And I'll explain this. I had the opportunity to talk with Mark Cannizzaro of the New York Post. He's a sports writer for the just a sports writer for the New York Post. So he covers the Giants and he covers the Jets a little bit. And I asked him a question. I said, the Jets are 0-12, and granted, they didn't lose the game because of Adam Gase and his calling against the Raiders. It was more because of Greg Williams. But knowing what you have in Adam Gase, what would be the reason for keeping him around but getting rid of Greg Williams? And my personal opinion is because they want to keep him on. And from what Mark Cannizzaro told me is that Christopher Johnson loves Adam Gase. He loves Adam Gase. On top of the fact that Joe Douglas has also been a strong advocate for Adam Gase. And I think that, it reminds me of the Giants situation a little bit. We all were calling for Dave Gettleman's head just last year, and now everybody's sitting back in the chair because he finally put together the team that he wanted. Adam Gase, I don't think it's necessarily had the team that he wanted. He inherited a team that McCagnon built, which was awful, full of bad contracts and terrible draft picks. Joe Douglas, this was his first year of draft picks, and Denzel Mims has panned out, and Mekhi Becton is probably the best tackle of this draft so far this year. So he's had a decent draft. Now he has like 10 picks next year, and Adam Gase will be able to coach necessarily maybe his team. If they're 0-12 right now, and he's not fired and you fire the defensive coordinator, what would the reason, other than keeping him around for next season, be to keep him on board right now?
You just said it, because they love him. It's like
they love him. They're probably not going to fire him for next season.
But
that's what you're saying. Like, I agree. Like, I feel I'm starting to see it. Like, if they wanted to fire him at this point, they probably would have done it. However, I still think he's getting fired. I think you can't go winless and retain your job, especially in your second year after. I mean, that's a 7-win differential from year 1 to year 2. And I understand they traded a lot of guys. They don't have a lot of the guys that they had last year, like C.J. Mosley, Jamal Adams, Avery Williamson, just to name a few. But I think if they had a better coach in there, they would not be 0-12 right now. I mean, I do think you could personally make that argument. I think if there's no better options out there than Adam Gase, you keep him. But I think the Jets have to at least consider the idea.